Up next, the Trailblazers taking on the Thunder. For Portland, kind of a seesaw affair over the last 10 games. But this team feels they are better than a 500 team. They look to tip that balance with a win here. Thunder Blazers is next, right after this. Hi everyone, greetings from 2K Sports. Get ready for some NBA action. With Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And we're pleased to have on the sidelines tonight, David Aldridge. Chance now to take a look at some of the steal numbers over the scope of the last few months for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
I feel like he hasn't been paying as much attention to the defensive aspect of the game as he needs to. His steals have dropped over the past few months, and he needs to get back some of that fire on D.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Murray out there with Avdia. Then it's Anthony Simons. Then there's Klingon, and it's Kamare in at the shooting guard position. And for Oklahoma City, they've got Isaiah Joe. Holmgren is out there with Williams. Then there's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Caruso in at the 3. And the Trailblazers start out with the ball. And on these rosters, Doris, some interesting young and upcoming talent. Scary to think, isn't it, how good they might actually be?
Young talent means, Kevin, they have to grow. And the way you grow is playing big-time games against other talented players. So what a great opportunity on both sides against quality competition to see exactly where you're at.
Now, here's Avdia. And it's out of bounds as the Portland Trailblazers retain possession. Pass to Kamare. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Simons kicks to Murray. Hits it from three-point range. Murray's got the first bucket of the night, a three-pointer for the Trailblazers. Now the Thunder with it. It's a three-point game. Here's Williams. That misses, so no good on his first attempt of the night. And Simons has got the ball here for Portland. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Boston.
Yeah, I mean, on the road, tough environment. They were right there, but just missed some key shots.
You know what? Playing on the road is always challenging. It requires a level of energy and focus. You've got to match what the home team gives you, and they didn't do it.
One guy who now seems to be a perennial MVP candidate, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Doris. He is rocketing up the charts.
He is, Kevin. There's no doubt about it. He can consistently put 30 on you like it's absolutely nothing. He gives you everything else as well, including incredible leadership and great teammate skills.
Avdia following the score by Oklahoma City. That one drops for him.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack, and where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Simons against Gilgeous-Alexander. Puts up a deep 3. No good on that one.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
And so Chauncey Billups calls for the timeout. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. For Portland, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Simons kicks to Avdia. Klingon the screen for Avdia. To the paint. And there's Klingon. That's good on the assist by Avdia. Klingon's got his second bucket.
Wow, that bucket comes off such a good feed by Denny Avdia. Genuinely selfless with the basketball.
Here's Williams. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. Here we are sizing up GA Jalen Williams, and his shooting has got to be his biggest strength.
Absolutely. He's great at spacing the floor for his teammates with his catch and shoot abilities, but he's equally gifted shooting off the dribble.
And he knocks down the first one. Doris, do you think the Oklahoma City Thunder has the best young core in the NBA?
Well, they are absolutely loaded with talent, Kevin. Not only that, they fit together. Now they've got a perennial MVP because Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has inserted himself into the best player in the game conversation, and a rising star in Chet Holmgren. Look out. I mean, Jalen Williams is a guy who a lot of people are excited about. He has the talent to be a multi-time All-Star and perhaps an even higher ceiling than that.
And Doris, as we watch Avdia, he's a real threat from the perimeter now.
Yeah, Kevin, he's really good at a lot of different things on a basketball floor. I think the consistency from range wasn't there early, and defenders would give him a cushion. That is no longer the case.
First one falls for him. It didn't take long for the Blazers to find Damian Lillard's heir apparent, did it, Greg?
Yeah, they drafted Scoot Henderson with the 3rd overall pick in 2023. Took him a little time to get his sea legs, but his talent is undeniable.
Both good from the line that time. Well, we are quickly reaching the end of the regular season. Doris, are you as excited as I am for the playoffs coming up?
Definitely, Kevin, and I know it's on the players' and coaches' minds. It's right there waiting for us. But let's remember, the most mature teams, the best teams, recognize games are still to be played. You cannot let the playoffs distract you from what's in front of your face.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Well, I talked with head coach Mark Dagnall, and we talked about the matchup against Scoot Henderson. He told me Scoot is an extremely talented player. He's already somebody you have to game plan for with his scoring and playmaking. This is a guy with superstar potential. And coach has a lot of respect for the skilled youngster. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Avdia after the made shot from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Good D by Holmgren.
Boy, in that close, he's almost automatic. Boy, that's pretty good defense. Wow.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now, here's Simons. Still yet to score. Knocked loose. Caruso with the steal. There's Williams. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
This guy is a pick-your-poison kind of player. Very hard defensively to cover all your bases with him.
And we've got a timeout called by Chauncey Billups. Looking for a breather and maybe just one or two things to talk about. And a new group in here for the Thunder. Hartenstein's checked in for Chet Holmgren. Wiggins comes in for Alex Caruso. Dort, he's checked in for Isaiah Joe. And it's Cason Wallace in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Grant. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game. Six on the shot clock. Outside for Murray. It's 3-pointers off the mark. Looking at Oklahoma City, they took the win in their last game against the Grizzlies. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. A jump hook, and Hartenstein finishes inside.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Henderson left side. Shot to stop the run. Oh!
Explosive in every way. The quick first step, and then you see the hops.
And on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you can see how impressive that move was. The Thunder leading by 3. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Wallace with a screen for Williams. Outside, Dort. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Grant against Wiggins. Grant down low. Plays it up off the glass.
Well, it's easy to say. This guy wanted it more, creating the second chance opportunity and cashing in.
The basket's coming early and often in the first quarter. Thunder lead by 4. And for 2K Sports, we'll be back here at Paycom Center right after this. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Oklahoma City.
A huge part of their offense, pushing the ball. Looking for fast break opportunities, always a good idea.
Another big component of their early game tonight has been points off turnovers. Great job converting on those chances.
Well, the ascension of Jalen Williams, Doris, has been swift and very fun to watch.
Oh, absolutely, Kevin. He became very quickly in his second season a number 2 option and, frankly, borderline 1A option. And it's not just his offensive game, Kevin. This guy has become a stout defender. He's got the perfect NBA frame, and he fits in personality-wise.
We've got Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. Hartenstein is out there with Aaron Wiggins. Then it's Lou Dort. And it's Wallace in at the 2 spot. That's the group for Oklahoma City getting going here in the second. Bounce pass Wallace. If you mention the best players in the NBA, Doris, you have to mention Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. How has he made the leap so fast?
Yeah, Kevin, this is an interesting growth and development story because Shea Gilgeous-Alexander has shocked everybody. He can get to any spot on the floor. He's one of the most relentless drivers in the game. You have to respect his three-point threat, which balances out that dribble drive game, and he's willing to compete defensively. Sky is the limit for this young man.
Portland had, Greg, one of the great guard combinations in Clyde Drexler and Terry Porter.
Man, that was one heck of a backcourt, and they really complemented each other so well. Drexler with his explosive scoring ability, and Porter who could just do a little bit of everything.
Gilgeous-Alexander hits them both. It seems every season, Doris, we have players speak out on being unhappy with their role.
Well, consider, Kevin, that if you're one player on a roster in the NBA, how coveted each of those spots are, but also how competitive they are. You don't get there without that nature, which means you want to play.
Looking now at some numbers for Jalen Williams.
And something has really clicked for him at the free throw line. In the past 5 games, his percentage at the line is much better than it had been prior. Sometimes that's how it works. A switch flips, and all of a sudden, you're locked in.
And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. Just 3 to shoot.
If you need to cool somebody off on the offensive end, put Mr. Dort on him. This guy's so disruptive.
Wallace outside. Puts up a deep 3. Rebound by Murray. And it's Henderson with the ball for the Trailblazers. Trailing here by 8. And at home for the next game, it'll be Detroit pulling into town. That game is the first and last of their homestand.
You know, when Williams gets positioned inside, he just looks to dominate physically, and then he shows you the skill set on top of it.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and the dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Boy, it's incredible how much explosive scoring ability can come from the lead guard position. That is a big-time play.
And we've got a timeout called by Chauncey Billups. He wants to talk to his guys. And the Thunder with some changes. Chad Holmgren comes in for Wiggins. And it's Isaiah Joe in for Wallace. Klingon, he's checked in for Portland. And Fernie Simons comes in for Delano Banton. And the Trailblazers with possession here. 8-point game. Williams looking around. Here's Grant, and the dunk by Grant.
Well, this is something Grant does very well. Slams it home when he's got space.
For Oklahoma City, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Blazers are in the midst of a rebuild. Coach Chauncey Billups said it's been a tough couple of years. I'm just here every day grinding through it, helping my guys the best I can. I'm ready for that challenge and that pressure to go out and compete with these best teams. But in the NBA, Kevin, this sort of thing takes time.
A lot of time, but the West is tough, David. Thank you.
Oh, why, thank you very much.
He can really fly, and you combine that, Greg, with some nice penetration, too, and you've got 2 points.
Boy, tremendous job having hands ready, feet prepared. Catch and shoot opportunity for Lou Dort is good.
Outside Williams. Pass to Grant. He made that one. Basket number 3 for him. He's also missed 2.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Simons. Here's Hartenstein. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Pass to Williams. Now Grant. Williams, a screen on George. Just 4 to shoot. No good from Grant. Oklahoma City leading by 5. And Chet Holmgren's been a great player from day one, Doris. What do you like most about his game?
I don't know which aspect to pick. This guy is a great rim protector. He can shoot the basketball from three-point territory and with great range from 3. But maybe my favorite aspect is the competitive toughness he brings on a nightly basis.
Simons, the pass to Grant. Again, the miss by Grant. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. Here's Hartenstein, and it's blocked. It's Henderson on the wing. Here's Grant. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
I think he's got to settle down because right now it feels like he's rushing, like he's forcing some shots. This quarter he has been completely bothered.
And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Jalen Williams is checked in for the Thunder. Alex Caruso comes in for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Trailblazers trail by 7. Pass to Klingon. Here's Kamare. Defended by Caruso. Simons with the ball. 5 on the clock. Shoots the 3. It's rebounded by Hartenstein. And Caruso's got the ball here for Oklahoma City. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one. They'll find themselves in the middle of this string of 3 straight at home. The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
Since Simons entered the league as a teenager, he's done a great job working on that strength.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
On the court, Simons is like a lightning bolt of energy. He hustles hard and just puts in the sweat to outwork the other team.
Simons against Caruso. Holmgren the pass to Hartenstein. The shot from the low post is good. Hartenstein's got his second bucket of the night. And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. And we've got more on 2K Sports coming your way after this break.
Welcome to halftime. First things first, a look ahead at other games on the docket tonight. It'll be the Cleveland Cavaliers up against the Hornets in Charlotte. 7 p.m. Eastern time for tip-off.
Yeah, but I don't think this is going to be close.
Shifting back to that first half of play, let's focus on SGA. Man, is he off to a strong start.
If anyone out there is still sleeping on SGA, you better wake up. This dude is an elite scoring option. He's got the length, he's got the handles, and he finds ways to get to the rim at will.
I've seen them all. I've been awake on SGA since the beginning, or close to the beginning. He's the real deal.
Thank you for being with us. Now let's send it to Kevin Harlan for the second half tip.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You know, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been exceptional here tonight, guys.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And part of that has to do with his mindset. He has been looking to push the action at every opportunity, and he has been in attack mode all night.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Here's who Chauncey Billups will start the second half with. We've got Murray. He's out there with Avdia. Clingan is out there with Anthony Simons. And it's Kamare in at the 2. Outside, Avdia. Here's the teardrop. Here's Clingan. And it's Clingan with the jam.
And how about the offensive rebound with a little extra punch on the putback?
You're right, Craig. As they look to trim the deficit, could we see them send a few more bodies to the boards from here on out? Maybe, just maybe. Williams, that's good.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And, boy, that's a terrific start right there.
That's it, and the Oklahoma City lead is cut down to 7 on the bucket from Simons.
Oh, gritty inside. Simons amongst the big bodies.
Here's Williams, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. When you talk about Jalen Williams, Doris, is it fair to say this guy has superstar-level potential?
Without a doubt, Kevin. Jalen Williams is a 3-level scorer. He's fearless in the clutch. He has the hunger to keep improving, and he can be a lockdown defender. He's got all the tools to reach the level you're talking about.
And that one falls for Williams. And Williams drops them both. And Portland has possession. They trail by 9 points. And we've got a timeout called by Chauncey Billups. This will give them a chance to discuss some potential alterations. And a perfect time here to look at all the teams that score the most points off turnovers. Here are the real stats, real scores from the real NBA. Number 1, the Thunder.
And all those points off turnovers have been a huge bonus. I mean, that aggressive defense has also paid dividends at the offensive end of the floor.
Murray outside. Taken away by Williams. Joe, good. Joe's got the lead up to 11 now for the Thunder.
Wow, what a start to this half. 3 for 3, dictating the pace on the offensive end. They're rolling early.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is an elite scorer. Coach Mark Daigneault said the sign of a good player is being a source of reliable offense. At the same time, he's learned to impact the game in other ways, and that's why he's a really good player. He's not just a hired gun scorer. Kevin?
Totally agree, D.A. He is a franchise cornerstone type of guy. And we thank you for the report. First free throw is good. And each season, GA, it seems like Anthony Simons is given more and more responsibility.
And you can understand why. He's proven to be a versatile scorer. And now we are seeing him take the next step with his playmaking.
And Simons drops them both.
An efficient night from the line. This is a guy who puts in the work and it pays dividends.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Holmgren. A wide open look here for Caruso. No good with the triple.
You know, missed that one, but still a really good start coming off the break. 3 for 4 now.
Pass to Klingon. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Clock at 6. Here's Simons. Oh, what a jam! Simons!
And how about the explosiveness of Simons? Man, can he get up and finish with power?
Nice job capturing the moment on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Holmgren. Williams a screen on Simons. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Williams. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
And a wide open look for Gilgeous-Alexander. The basket is good off the assist from Williams. Williams has got 4 assists in the game. Trailblazers trail by 10. Simons the pass to Murray. Back to Simons. Lets the 3 fly. Drops in the tray. Simons has got 9 points now in just the second half.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. For Portland, they've gotten 4 of the first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And who doesn't love stats? Here are some numbers for Williams. Right around 21 points per, 5 assists, and 5 rebounds. And what is crazy is that these numbers might not even do his game justice. He's been phenomenal.
Feels like every night this guy does something that just blows your mind. So fun to watch, someone the other players look up to.
He misses the free throw. And Oklahoma City making a change here. Hartenstein's checked in. And he's good on the second. And here's Henderson. He'll bring it up for Portland. 8-point game. Screened by Grant. Back to Henderson. Outside Williams. Just 5 to shoot. Grant for three. The Thunder pull it in.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
And Gilgeous-Alexander, here we go. Here's Hartenstein. And the dunk by Hartenstein.
There it is, guys. One of those effort plays that makes a big difference in the game.
And GA, it is definitely making a difference so far today.
No doubt. On the scoreboard, in the body language of the players, you can tell which team is in complete command. Well, so great when your offense produces a shot that close to the rim. The rest of the work becomes easier.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for Oklahoma City.
Well, I've been impressed with the ball movement all game long. They're really looking to just make that extra pass.
And you also have to love the way they've gotten out and run in transition. A ton of good chances tonight simply from being willing to run the floor.
Wiggins sets a screen for Williams. Kicks it out to Wiggins. And so the ball's out of bounds. Henderson touched it last. Henderson against Wallace. Shot clock at 5. And there's another one for the Thunder.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
And a quick look at how the Oklahoma City Thunder's schedule is shaping up. On Sunday, they'll face off against DeAndre Jordan and the Denver Nuggets.
And for their matchup with Detroit, that's going to be one where it would take a lot of errors and maybe a cold shooting night for things to go wrong. They just have that much of an advantage over that team.
That free throw, no good. Jabari Walker's checked in for Avdia. He hits the second from the line. 46 seconds left in the third quarter. Wallace finds Wiggins. It's a nice passing by Oklahoma City here.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And that 82% free throw percentage this season must have him feeling pretty good about himself at the line.
The first one falls, and Portland making a change here. Reith is checked in. And both free throws good for Wiggins. 36 seconds left to play here in the third. Here's Banton, defended by Dort. Here's Grant. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Listen, that's a look he can hit, but right now he can't throw it in the ocean.
Wiggins kicks to Wallace. Dort against Grant. Dort passes to Williams. Wallace with a screen for Williams. No good from outside. And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder going into the break with a 10-point lead. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
You know a thing or two about a point guard's job. To set the table for your teammates, done there perfectly.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Lou Dort out there with Aaron Wiggins. Then there's Isaiah Hartenstein. Then there's Cason Wallace. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in at the point. That's the lineup out there for the Thunder. And it's Williams finishing it off.
Slashing with purpose there. After setting that screen, Williams knows where to position himself in these sets.
Bounce pass Wallace. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander on the money from 12 feet away. And that's 15 points for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Anderson, no one around him. And a miss there on the triple.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
Beyond the arc. And Dortch gets it to go. Dortch got the lead up to 13 now for Oklahoma City. Grant with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Henderson, no good.
Well, he tries to answer with a three of his own and can't do it. You can't get caught up in the one-on-one aspect.
Gilgeous-Alexander finds Dort. And yes, it's good. Dort's got 5 points now this quarter.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
To the middle. It's tipped. It's stolen by Hartenstein. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Scoot Henderson.
What you love about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is this young man's work ethic. He is a gym rat who's always looking for ways to improve.
That's good from Gilgeous-Alexander.
Boy, the more you watch Shai Gilgeous-Alexander play, the more he shows you the aspects of his game just getting better and better and better.
Isaiah Joe, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Simons is checked in. Trailblazers trail by 17. Pass to Williams. Now here's Simons. Back to Williams. It's tipped. It's stolen by Hartenstein. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Yeah, another turnover. The guys on the whole, I think they've done a great job of running their offense without too many miscues.
Portland's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Here's Simons. And that time, also a missed shot. Oklahoma City leading by 17. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Wiggins finds Dort. Back to Wiggins. Just 5 on the clock. To the inside. And Gilgeous-Alexander throws it down.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
And that, to me, is a sign of excellent coaching. There's an attention to detail. There is valuing of every possession.
Simons from outside. Portland no good that time either.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
It's just been one of those games, and they need to find a way to turn it around before it gets completely away from them.
And so Oklahoma City again turning it over. For the Thunder, Williams, he's checked in for Hartenstein. Chad Holmgren comes in for Wiggins. And it's Alex Caruso in for Dort. Murray's checked in for Portland. And so it's Avdia with it. He brings it up for Portland, trailing by 19. And we've got a timeout called by Chauncey Billups. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
And his focus, guys, has been laser sharp, and his touch from the field, flawless. The teammates have worked hard to get him the ball in some good positions, and boy, has he rewarded them with a spectacular shooting performance. Great call to keep running all those sets for him.
The better he played, the more these fans got revved up. And that continued to play out over the course of his amazing performance. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Pass to Kamare. It's picked off. Joe passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. To the left wing. Here's Joe. Back to Caruso. 6 to shoot. Shoots. And Oklahoma City again with the bucket.
Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
And the wide open shot from Avdia. Good, and the assist goes to Murray.
And some well-needed scoring. He stops a 13-0 run by the Thunder.
Williams, a screen on Simons. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Simons with the defensive effort. Trailblazers trail by 18. Pass to Murray. Three-pointer. Caruso grabs the miss.
And the way he was able to reach out towards that release had an impact.
Well, no question. He altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as blocking it.
From outside the arc. Drains it from beyond the arc. Caruso's got 5 points in the quarter.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Oklahoma City.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And for the year now, they'll have 52 wins under their belt.
And this will be their third win in 3 tries against these guys. They match up so well.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
What a selfless effort tonight. He's done such a great job finding guys in their appropriate spots.
No good on the free throw. And a new group in here for the Thunder. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Williams. Kenrich Williams comes in for Chet Holmgren. Dort, he's checked in for Isaiah Joe. And it's Cason Wallace in for Gilgeous-Alexander. And the second free throw, good. There's 47 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Down low, Williams with the steal. Now Wallace. Dort to screen on Henderson. Here's Wallace. And the layup's good off the glass. And the Thunder lead by 21.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
No question. They've gotten hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. And it's sent back by Wallace. Henderson against Williams. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. But first, let's reveal our player of the game, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.